So I know it's been a while since I made a video going over Ethan Ralph's latest shenanigans. I mean, the last drama he was in involves, once again, a never-ending shit show between him and his baby mama's dad, Mr. Vickers. But I decided not to cover it, mainly because, well, Ethan Ralph's just going to war with his baby mama's dad once again. What's fucking new about that? But today is the day I once again have to make a video on Ethan Ralph to give my fucking hot takes, because apparently today it came out that when Ethan Ralph was 5 years old, Ethan Ralph killed a dog. Yes, really. Ethan Ralph, the owner and editor of TheRalphRetort.com and the host of the most boring neo-Nazi white supremacist podcast out there, The Kill Stream, killed a dog when he was 5 years old. Now, in Ralph's world, Ethan Ralph didn't kill the dog. The dog committed suicide. And we shouldn't trust the person, the classmate in question, who posted this to Kiwi Farms, because the classmate in question, who was pissing off Ralph back then, is a Jew in a Catholic school. Yes, really, we can't trust this guy because, again, he's a Jew. No, I thought that would be it. But no, there's more. And as it turns out, Ralph, this isn't the first time Ralph has supposedly killed dogs before. Because Ralph, he used to have a dog named Sadie. And then one day Sadie had a bunch of puppies. Then one day Ralph realized that the fucking puppies were cold. So Ralph decides he's gonna gather up all the fucking puppies, put them in a shoebox, close the lid, and then put the shoebox with the puppies inside the fucking box into an oven. Thankfully, the oven was not turned on. But sadly, the puppies asphyxiated and they died. And aside from that, a person who I can only assume was one of Ralph's classmates tagged Ralph on Twitter nearly 10 years ago in August, asking Ralph if he remembers St. Michael's and Sister Christopher, his teacher, I assume at the time, and how Ethan Ralph literally had to eat fucking paper to get his ass out of fucking trouble. And Ralph's great idea to handle these allegations were to dox a person Ralph assumes is responsible for this on Telegram, and is also threatening now to sue this man. Keep in mind, Ethan Ralph is still in a custody battle between himself and Faith Vickers' parents over the custody of his child, which is a paper-aborted child. Since Ethan Ralph was not claimed to be the father at the time of the child's birth, they had to leave Ethan Ralph's name off of the birth certificate. So for those who have been wondering if you could indeed abort the retort, yes, you can abort the retort if it's a paper abortion. And the only person you have to blame for the retort being aborted is, of course, Ethan Ralph. Now, when you think of serial killers, psychopaths, one of the earliest signs is harming small animals when they're in their youth. Now, I don't know about you guys. Okay, I'm not a fucking psychiatrist or anything. But one of the earliest signs that a child is going to be a fucking psychopath is when the child in question is harming small animals. Given everything that I just stated, and the evidence that is out there, it kinda sounds like Ethan Ralph has always been a fucking psychopath. He killed a dog when he was 5 years old to get back at a kid that was starting shit with him, and tormented said kid over his dog dying by making hanging gestures. He had to eat paper to avoid getting into trouble. Later on in his fucking show, his morning show, Tequila Sunrise, he admitted that he started a fire in his backyard playing with gasoline when he was a kid. Okay, there. Plus giving everything we already know about Ralph, it's kind of painting a good fucking picture that Ethan Ralph is indeed a massive fucking psychopath, and that is not an act. This is the real deal. And you kind of figure with everything that's coming out now with Ethan Ralph killing dogs, strangling dogs when he was 5, leaving puppies in a shoebox to suffocate to death in a fucking oven, having to eat paper to get out of trouble, and starting fires in his backyard when he was a kid. Kind of makes you wonder what other fucked up stories from Ethan Ralph's childhood we're gonna get. Because believe me, I'm gonna be the first one to say it. I don't think this is the end. No. This is not the end. When you got fucking tweets from nearly 10 years ago telling the whole world that Ethan Ralph had to eat paper to get out of trouble when he was a kid, and all this shit about the dogs coming out now, even the shit that Ralph himself admits to, starting a fire in his backyard playing with gasoline, I really wouldn't be surprised if we start getting more fucked up lore in history about Ethan Ralph when he was a fucking kid. So, get ready for that, I suppose. But if you are interested in seeing the proof here of Ethan Ralph killing dogs and a plethora of other things, there's a video from a nice man by the name of Sunrise Media, who is more or less the last and only dedicated Ethan Ralph A-log around. So check that out in the description below. But until then, highly recommend you hug and kiss your dogs right now. Or any pets that you got. And certainly don't let Ethan Ralph fucking watch over them. Please don't. Don't, unless of course you want to bring home a dead animal. That is. Anyway, I'll be seeing you guys.